Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the wildest moments in Hollywood, and today we are unpacking what might just be the most explosive talk show meltdown of the year. Picture this, it's a bright afternoon in the studio of the Kelly Clarkson Show. Lights are hot, audience is buzzing with excitement because pop sensation Meghan Trainor is the guest. She's there to promote her latest album, talk about motherhood, and maybe even belt out a tune or two with Kelly, just like they did back in the day with that iconic All About That Bass duet. The energy starts off electric. Kelly greets Meghan with her signature warm hug, the crowd erupts in cheers, and everything seems picture perfect. Meghan is glowing, chatting about her kids, her husband Daryl Saburo, and how she's embracing her body positive era stronger than ever. Kelly, being the ultimate host, dives right in with compliments, praising Meghan's confidence and her hit songs that have defined a generation. But as the conversation flows, things begin to shift ever so slightly. Kelly asks a seemingly innocent question about Meghan's past relationships and how they've influenced her music, perhaps touching on some old lyrics or interviews where Meghan has been open about heartbreak. Meghan answers candidly at first, laughing it off with her classic bubbly charm, but you can sense a tiny edge creeping in. The audience is hanging on every word, unaware that this light-hearted chat is about to ignite into something far more intense. Kelly pushes a little deeper, maybe referencing a recent tabloid story or a lyric that some fans interpreted as shady toward an ex. Meghan's smile tightens just a fraction, and that's when the first spark flies. What starts as playful banter suddenly feels loaded. Kelly says something like, "But come on, girl, some of those lines hit hard. Were you really over it?" Meghan responds with a quick quip, but her tone has changed. The room feels the temperature rise. This is no longer just another celebrity interview, it's teetering on the edge of confrontation. Fans in the audience start whispering, phones are out recording, and the producers backstage are probably starting to sweat. Little do they know, this moment will soon go viral for all the wrong reasons. As Meghan leans forward, defending her truth with passion, Kelly counters with her own perspective, drawing from her own very public divorce experiences. It's two powerhouse women, both known for speaking their minds, suddenly clashing over authenticity, vulnerability, and how much is too much to share on national TV. The back and forth intensifies as words fly faster, voices get louder, and the once friendly vibe evaporates. Meghan's hands start gesturing wildly, Kelly's eyes widen in surprise, and the audience gasps collectively. This is the build-up to chaos, the calm before the storm that no one saw coming. Now the tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Meghan, who's always been unapologetically herself, feels the questions are crossing into territory that's too personal, too judgmental. She fires back, saying something along the lines of, "I've worked so hard to own my story, Kelly, don't twist it into drama for ratings." The audience lets out an audible ooh, because everyone knows that's a direct hit. Kelly, never one to back down, responds with her signature mix of sass and sincerity, defending her intent by saying she's just trying to have a real conversation, the kind fans love. But Meghan isn't buying it anymore. Her face flushes, she shifts in her seat, and you can see the frustration building. The topic shifts to body image and self-love, areas where both stars have been vocal advocates, but somehow even that turns heated. Meghan accuses Kelly of subtly implying her confidence is performative, while Kelly pushes back, saying she's only highlighting how far Meghan has come. It's a clash of egos wrapped in empowerment talk, and neither is willing to yield. The band in the background stops playing filler music, the cameras zoom in closer, capturing every micro-expression. Meghan's voice cracks slightly as she says, "I've dealt with enough criticism in my life. Yeah, I don't need it from someone who's supposed to be uplifting." Kelly looks genuinely taken aback, tries to de-escalate by saying, "Whoa, that's not what I meant at all," but the damage is done. The audience is split, some cheering for Meghan's boldness, others murmuring in support of Kelly's hosting style. Backstage crew is frantically signaling to cut to commercial, but the segment is live, and there's no escaping the moment. Meghan starts to stand up slowly, as if testing the waters, her mic still hot. Kelly reaches out a hand, perhaps to calm things, but Meghan pulls away. "I'm done here," she declares, voice steady but laced with emotion. The studio falls into stunned silence for a split second before the whispers erupt. This is to the point of no return. Meghan Trainor, the girl who told us all to love our bass, is about to make a statement no one expected. As she turns toward the exit, the cameras follow, capturing the dramatic walk that will replay across the internet for weeks. Kelly calls after her, trying one last time to salvage the interview, but Meghan doesn't look back. The audience erupts, some in shock, some applauding, others just frozen. What started as a routine promo appearance has now become legendary talk show history. The producers finally cut away, but the damage is irreversible. Social media explodes instantly with clips. Hashtags like #MeghanWalksOff and #Kelly vs Meghan trending worldwide. Fans take sides, memes flood in, and the debate rages. Was Meghan justified? Did Kelly push too far? This fiery confrontation has everyone talking, dissecting every second of the exchange. As Meghan storms down the hallway, security trailing awkwardly behind, the studio is an absolute pandemonium. Kelly remained seated for a moment, visibly shaken, before addressing the audience with a forced smile. "Well, that escalated quickly," she jokes, trying to regain control, but her voice wavers. The crowd gives a sympathetic laugh mixed with applause, unsure how to process what just happened. Cut to commercial, and behind the scenes, phones are blowing up at publicists, managers, network execs all scrambling to contain the fallout. Meghan reaches her dressing room, slams the door, and immediately calls her team. Tears? Maybe. Anger? Definitely. Sources close to the situation later say she felt blindsided, that the questions veered way off the agreed-upon topics. Meanwhile, Kelly finishes the show with grace under pressure, bringing on the next guest while subtly acknowledging the awkwardness without throwing shade. But the internet doesn't wait for official statements. Clips of the walk-off go mega viral, racking up millions of views in hours. Twitter is on fire with reactions, some calling Meghan a queen for standing her ground, others saying she overreacted and acted unprofessionally. Fan accounts from both sides duke it out in the comments. Kelly was just being real. Versus Meghan deserves better than ambush journalism. Even celebrities chime in, as some liking shady posts, others posting cryptic support. The drama spills over into tabloids overnight, with headlines screaming Meghan Trainor vs Kelly Clarkson, the feud we didn't see coming. Analysts break down body language, Meghan's crossed arms, Kelly's raised eyebrows, the exact moment the smile dropped. Theories abound. Was there pre-existing tension? Did old comments resurface? Or was it simply two strong personalities colliding in real time? Meghan's team releases a brief statement the next day. Meghan values authenticity and walked away when the conversation no longer felt respectful. Kelly's camp counters with, "The Kelly Clarkson Show is about open, honest dialogue, and we regret if anyone felt uncomfortable." Neither apologizes outright, keeping the pot simmering. Fans dig up old interviews, pointing out past compliments between the two, wondering how it went so wrong. The incident even inspired think pieces about mental health, boundaries in media, and the pressure on female artists to always be nice. It's no longer just gossip, it's a cultural moment. Days turn into weeks, and the aftermath refuses to die down. Meghan takes to TikTok for the first time since the incident, posting a short but pointed video where she says, "Sometimes you have to protect your peace, even if it means walking away. Love y'all." No direct mention of Kelly, but the message is clear. It garners millions of likes and supportive comments from stars like Lipso and JoJo Siwa. Kelly, ever the professional, addresses it on her next show with a heartfelt monologue about how interviews can get intense, how much she respects Meghan's talent, and how she hopes they can talk privately someday. She even plays a clip of their old duet, turning it into a moment of nostalgia rather than negativity. The public eats it up, as some see it as classy, others as damage control. Behind closed doors, rumors swirl about potential lawsuits, though nothing materializes. The Kelly Clarkson Show sees a ratings spike from the controversy, while Meghan's streams surge as curious listeners revisit her catalog. Brands stay quiet, not wanting to pick sides, but her upcoming tour tickets sell out faster than ever, a proof that controversy can be good for business. Late-night hosts joke about it. Meghan Trainor walked off so fast, She left her bass behind. The internet turns it into endless edits, remixes, and reaction videos. Some fans start petitions for a rematch interview, others call for peace. In the end, both women emerge stronger in their own ways, Meghan as the artist who won't be silenced, Kelly as the host who can handle chaos with poise. The incident becomes a case study in media training. What happens when two icons stop playing nice? It sparks conversations about consent in interviews, the line between probing and prying, and how fame amplifies every emotion. Years from now, people will still reference the Meghan walk-off as that rare, raw moment when the mask slipped on live TV. No winners, no losers, just two humans in a pressure cooker, showing the world what happens when vulnerability meets confrontation. And honestly, that's the kind of drama that makes entertainment history. Looking back at the full timeline, the seeds were probably planted long before that fateful taping. Meghan and Kelly had crossed paths many times at award shows, collaborations, even joined performances that were pure joy. But fame is funny, it can turn allies into headlines overnight. Perhaps the producers wanted edgier content, or maybe Kelly's style of raw honesty simply clashed with Meghan's protective instincts that day. Whatever the case, the walk-off became more than an argument, it became a symbol. For some, it's about standing up to perceived bullying in media. For others, it's a reminder that even the nicest hosts can push too far when chasing authenticity. The clip gets dissected frame by frame on podcasts, Reddit threads explode with theories, and even psychologists weigh in on air about emotional triggers. Meghan channels the energy into new music, dropping hints in lyrics about walking away from noise. Kelly doubles down on her brand of empathy, inviting more guests to share tough stories while emphasizing boundaries. The public moves on eventually, but the moment lingers in pop culture memory banks. When future talk show guests get nervous, producers joke, "Don't pull a Meghan." When artists talk about self-care, they reference that time Meghan chose herself. It's the gift that keeps on giving for gossip channels and drama enthusiasts. In a world of scripted moments, this one felt painfully real. No rehearsals, no do-overs. That's why it hit so hard. Two women who built empires on empowerment suddenly embodied its messier side. The part where feelings get hurt, words sting, and walking away becomes the loudest statement possible. And in the end, maybe that's the real lesson. No matter how famous you are, you're still human, still capable of breaking under pressure, still allowed to say enough. The fiery confrontation that started it all fades into legend, but its impact echoes every time someone chooses peace over performance. So where do we go from here? As of early 2026, there's no public reconciliation yet, but never say never in this industry. Both Meghan and Kelly continue thriving, Meghan releasing bops and raising her family, Kelly dominating daytime TV and her talk empire. Fans still hope for a make-up moment, perhaps a joint performance or a candid sit-down where they laugh about the whole thing. Until then, the walk-off remains one of the most talked-about moments in recent talk show history. It reminds us that behind the glamour, the smiles, and the songs, these are real people navigating real emotions under bright lights. Meghan Trainor walked off that stage, but she walked into a bigger conversational one about respect, boundaries, and the cost of being unapologetically yourself. Kelly Clarkson stayed seated, holding the space, proving resilience in the face of chaos. Together, unintentionally, they gave us something rare, authenticity in its rawest, most uncomfortable form. And for that, love them or criticize them, we can't look away. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the drama. Hit like if you're Team Meghan, comment if you're Team Kelly, and subscribe for more celebrity stories that keep us all talking. Until next time, stay real, stay kind, and remember, sometimes the best exit is the one that makes the loudest statement. Peace out.